right, good morning. It is day 2. We are in Laramie, Wyoming, and we are at the Wyoming State Territorial Prison. I love a prison.
All right, let's check it out.
Built in 1872 and restored in 1990. During Wyoming's territorial days and early statehood, over 1,000 prisoners were incarcerated here.
For our first stop coming up is the warden's house.
Yep.
Okay.
Constructed using prisoner labor, the home consists of 6 rooms and a quarter basement. A total of 6 wardens and U.S. Marshals lived in the house. The furnishings represent a household from the 1890s. They're not original. Okay.
Look at that wood-burning stove right there.
Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Don't you love the blue on the ceiling?
Yeah. Lovely dining room. The two-tone paint, but the ceiling is nice.
I know, the sounds are so nice. Warden lived it up.
Second dining room, like the casual and a formal.
That's probably the parlor where you would sit after dinner and
have a port and cigars like men.
Yeah.
Office with the day bed.
Yeah, you gotta have your office somewhere for the warden.
Sure.
Hear the complaints of all the prisoners that you're gonna ignore? Look at how imposing this is. Can you imagine? Like there's nothing out here now. So imagine it's, the 1890s.
Look at these walls and the gate over there.
This would just be the most imposing structure rising up out of nothingness.
We saw it coming from a bit of a way.
Yeah, we did. We saw it coming from a while away.
The floodlights up at this looks really imposing during the night.
Yeah. If I had known that, we would have driven by last night on our way home. This is as exciting as when I saw the largest barn in Kansas.
Just as exciting as the largest barn in Kansas?
More exciting, actually, if I'm being honest. 18,000 square feet, one of the oldest buildings in the state.
Huh.
Built by 2 Denver-based contractors. And it remains the only federal penitentiary ever built in Wyoming.
Huh. We'll start with the processing room.
So at first they couldn't take pictures because it was too expensive. Later they figured it out, but at the beginning they were just like, I don't know, we'll write a description, I guess. Love it.
This.
Ooh, the wallpaper was an exact replica.
Oh.
So he was having a little pink moment. I love that for him.
There's the spit dish down there.
Everybody needs a spittoon.
The spittoon.
I complain sometimes about
Oh my God, he has to share it with his secretary? Oh. Okay, the kitchen for the prison?
Yeah. Prisoners worked in the kitchen, and meals included beef, beans, potatoes, and bread. Prisoners were kept well fed and ready to work. Okay.
The bin of coal just sitting right there.
Just look. Gotta keep that fire lit.
It's an impressive stove right
Can
there.
you imagine cooking on that? Man.
Can you imagine moving that?
Can you imagine trying to maintain a regular temperature on that?
Allison Cunningham. Convict number 353. Very nicely restored.
Love to see inside the cell. This feels like those doors feel short, right? Like you're not that tall.
Yeah. Well, I am 5'10", and my head is just barely underneath. Yeah, these are not high. These are not high doors.
No, they're not.
All right, so they have a great room here, an exhibit about Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Yep, so this is the communal dining room.
It was the prisoner's cathegematorium.
It's a multi-function room. I love these little spots right here for the, I assume the guards to hang out in. The dumbwaiter, which allows the food to be brought up from the kitchen. Oh, it's a little guard office. A little viewing port for the guards. Yep, so it's the hospital or infirmary here. They move over, and this is the women's cell area.
The women were basically not allowed out of their cells because they were in a men's prison and they were visually blocked from the men's cells. It was actually then harder for them to do their time because they were basically.
The prison laundry. The sign here says one of the reasons they chose this location for the prison is because it had an ample supply of water. Okay, we're now outside the main building and inside the stockade. This is the prison broom factory.
Yeah.
Which I.
This is a nice prison yard. I mean, compared to some of the ones we've seen, this is a nice prison yard. Look at that. That's beautiful.
Actually, it's kind of nice. Okay, yep. So one of the main industries here was broom making. They were apparently of quite good quality and much in demand. As mentioned on the tour earlier, that a lot of attempts at various industries were put into place here. They tried leather making, saddle making, and furniture making, and a bunch of other things. But generally speaking, those were fairly high skilled, and once one or two key inmates left, then the industry would fall apart. But the broom making seemed to stick around for quite a while. Okay, this is not the original stockade. This is a reproduction that was built, but it was built a few years after the prison opened because they kept having people escape because they needed an extra layer.
25% of prisoners in the first years escaped. That is
That's
a lot.
That's not good.
It's not good.
Well, they got a little walkway up atop of the barricade, palisade, for the guards to walk back and forth on, and a little towers there at the corner. There's a western town of some kind here. Told that it's not open, but we can walk around and look in, so we're gonna head over there. There was a brief spotting of a baby bunny, but it appears to have run under the porch here. This building does appear to be open.
A homestead cabin.
Got the stove right here in the central area for heat. Bedrooms on the end. Prison-made broom hanging from the wall.
So that's the prison, and I really enjoyed it. I really like it when you can go into so many of the cells and the cell blocks and everything. And I thought all of the plaques and everything were really well done.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the prison overall.
Yeah.
I liked having the bull posters.
Yeah.
What was I gonna bull what? The posters on the various prisoners. You know, they had some photos and then a little story about what they did and what happened to them afterwards. And I really enjoyed that little bit of history.
Yeah, and again, this one is in the Auburn system, and the Auburn system is designed to show the power of the state and to keep prisoners working and quiet, which is a departure from the Pennsylvania system, which was solitary confinement.
Wow, nerd alert.
So I'm excited to see the Rollins one at the end of our trip, to see how that might have adapted or changed.
Yeah, many of the prisoners from here were transferred to the Rollins, so it's a nice bookend to our trip. Stay tuned.
All right.